We got debatably the best phones on the market right now for the price. The Nothing 3A, the Nothing 3A Pro. They sent me, to be fair, an array of colors, but personally, these are my two favorites. Right away, I mean, the design's just like super nice. They're very good at listening to their community. They have community-built phones. One of the 2A designs was a fully community-built phone. And that's kind of where they stand out. They like actually listen to the people that buy their products. Apple doesn't really listen to us. Samsung doesn't really give a shit about us. They know what you want, but there's always something that prevents that. You don't really get that with this. And keep in mind, this is just the budget phone. This isn't the best of the budget phones, and it's still probably the best Android phone on the market for the price. Let's talk about the design, okay? Because you bought this because you wanted the glyphs. That's part of the reason, and that's fine. I mean, there's a bunch of other reasons to get this phone, but that is definitely a very iconic draw. This used to be polycarbonate. Now they've upped that and it's glass. So now they get that IP64 rating. I recently reviewed the iPhone 16e, which is almost double the cost of this. And I pointed out, if you look at the sensor of the camera, which is gonna tell you how good the quality of the camera is gonna be, it's tiny. These sensors, they're more comparable to a Pro iPhone than they are to the 16e. And that's why I'm kind of like, why would you not at least consider this? They've really just gone like full out on the cameras this year, which is what everyone said. Before, they were using a MediaTek chip, people were complaining. Now they've upgraded to Snapdragon, specifically the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3. You are going to notice faster speeds. You're gonna be able to scroll through TikTok faster. Yes, that's a thing. And both this and the Nothing Phone 3A Pro have a 5,000 milliamp battery. To put that into simpler terms, 44.67 hours of voice calls, 21 hours of music playback, 25 hours of YouTube, 24 hours of Instagram, 10 hours of gaming. You can get from 1% to 100% in 56 minutes, 1 to 50 in 20 minutes, and new this year, this little action button looking thing. I will use it, I just don't know if the public will use it. The Essential Space is an app inside Nothing's OS, which it lets you kind of add commentary on notes, on screenshots. You can also just hold it down, voice memo. Personally, I really like that. Sometimes it's nice if you have an idea to just be like, oh, hey, don't forget this. At least I have it stored somewhere. Having a dedicated button, I mean, it's a bold move. I was under the impression this was an action button and it was customizable, which I'm sure they could do in the future. It's kind of nice having like an actual productivity-based function on the phone. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but I have grown to like it a lot and I do use it. I don't really need to say more, you know, like it's a badass phone and it's at an amazing price of this amount. Because I can't be bothered to look. It's this price. 3A Pro. You're probably wondering, what's the main difference? Why am I going to spend more on that? Periscope lens. Double the amount of what's available on the 3A. You get 60x ultra zoom. You're nearing Samsung. It's the 3A Pro. And this lens here that looks a bit square, that is the periscope lens. That's what gets you crazy zoom. I'll put up some photos. This is the one I believe you should get. You're gonna be happy with either one. I want this one. I want the crazy zoom for half the price of a Samsung. This is probably gonna be one of the top 3 best phones of this year. My only complaint was the action button not being an action button, and now I've grown to like it. This is obviously better than an iPhone 16e. If you're gonna compare this phone to any iPhone, it should be a base model 16 at the minimum. But not really, it's got 3 lenses. This is in a league of its own. Nothing 3A Pro. Gonna be my main Android phone. Like I have used this genuinely more than my Samsung. I like put it in a drawer, it's away, I'm over it. I would prefer this. I like the operating system more. I actually enjoy the bump because it acts kind of like a little rest. I still don't understand how this is a budget phone. Everything in my mind is saying, oh, flagship phone. No, the 3 hasn't even come out yet. That's gonna be crazy, and that's where we'll end it. I'm gonna walk away now and clean up my mess. Okay. Oh man. Fucking hungry now.